Yeah, in the very first race for this stage, I did the files party. I went with the white mage in hopes of getting exit, and it ended up not happening. Fade was available at level 4, so alright, and we're off.
Yep, and all these runners are checking the spell shops. Now, shop levels are shuffled, so you may find level 6 or level 8 spells in the level 1 shop, and the levels of the spells themselves are also shuffled. We see level 2 warp.
That is nice.
And level 4, yeah, level 4 Fire 3, that is a lot better than earlier today, where there was no good AoE until I think Melmond or Crescent. No, it was all the way in Gaia.
Ooh.
People were stuck relying on confusion strats against the pirates. So, Brilliant is picking up a couple chain armors. Didn't see whether there's any bracelets in that shop or not.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see it either. Looks like we got some cheap weapons, some cheap hammers and stuff, so we'll get some weapons early.
Yep. And Brilliant making a beeline to Temple of Fiends, so is Files.
I would probably do that, just to see what's in those chests, and if it's worth it, run back. If not, just reset and take off, since killing Garland is not required.
Imps have Gaze and Lightning so far, and at level 1, even the first level Lightning spell can be a one-shot.
Yep. Looks like Files is in the Temple of Fiends, and goals are hitting pretty hard. Ooh, Sunsword right off the bat.
And that's going to be very handy. Next to the Masmune, that is the most powerful weapon a red mage can equip.
Yep.
Doesn't even need the class change for it, and that's good, because class changes are banned in this flag set.
Yes, they are. And looks like Files is debating on whether walking out. Oh, he looks like he's gonna he might kill Garland. No, he walks out. He does have a house. And he did get the chest with a lot of money.
And that is going to set him up for spells in the early game, depending on if any good ones pop up.
Yep.
He also has 3 mages, so he should not have any issue with running out of... Wait, Files only has 2 mages, but he should still have no issue with magic slots running out.
Yeah, and looks like Garland was really weak. Brilliant just killed Garland.
On the other hand, Maya got massacred by Trash, so giving up on it.
Looks like he's beelining. He's leaving out.
And Minochi, seeing that the imps are wielding the minor power of Thor, or something. And the experience in this flag set is only 4x, no static bonus, so it's not going to be that great for leveling.
Yeah. Is it 4x? I thought it was 2. 2.2.
I think it said it was 4x plus 0.
Oh, it was the last seed, that was last round. Big round that was 4x.
I'll have to double check. Either way, they're not going to be getting much help from the trash enemies. They're going to have to look for good experience. Or good gold.
So, Peninsula Power, maybe in the works. We'll see. Ooh, ribbon. That will be very helpful in clearing out or heading to new caves and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and also pulling that Vorpal sword, which, while no unpromoted character can use it, it can be sold for a decent amount of money, depending on how it rolled.
Yeah. Especially, like, with Warp being level 2, I would probably put the ribbon on the red mage and case if like needed to warp out, and at least we'll know he's protected. Looks like Brilliant doing the same thing, checking Matoya's cave.
Putting the ribbon on the fighter, which is actually a pretty decent move.
Yeah. With the high hit points and good absorb with the fighter, that'll be good. Zara probably won't be too happy that the Vorpal was so early.
Yeah, well, can't be helped. It's pretty much just free money at this point.
And surprisingly, it wasn't an Earth.
Same thing with other items you'd think of as power items, such as the Dragon Armor, the Aegis Shield, or even the Excalibur if you have to clear out an item slot for some reason and you've already found the adamant.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we'll get our first look at pirates here soon.
Harm 3 is level 7, and that's not going to be any help for a pop grind.
Nope. Ugh, blind, dark, and lock. Not very good.
So, there is AoE, but they're going to have to get up to whatever level it is for level 4 magic to use it. And an alternate strategy may be in play against the pirates.
Oh, looks like Vorpal rolled pretty high, 43,000.
That is definitely a nice big shot in the arm to these players' wallets.
Yep. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's abusing the black belts as of yet.
So far, the pirates look pretty ordinary.
Yeah. So in this this seed, Minochi will have to avoid selling the opal bracelet. He tends to do that for gold.
Yeah, a lot of these seeds, it hinges on who gets the opal bracelet first, because you can usually find the other 3 shops earlier, but there's a chance you can find the opal right off the bat, and then it's just a race to figure out what towns are holding your rest of your bracelets, and in the case of the gold, raising the money for it.
Yep.
We had max cost gold bracelet in first race today.
Oh, nice. And I know, was it yesterday's race or race a couple days ago, Zalmop didn't have enough gold for the gold bracelet, and he didn't check ordeals, so he had to go get money.
So, looks like Mia's Red Mage is taking a dirt nap at the moment, checking the armor shop, and no bracelets of any sort there. No fighter, so that iron armor there is useless.
Max cost bottle, 65,535. So if Opal is in the Sea Shrine, then they're gonna have to earn some money.
Yep, the toll is pretty heavy for the Sea Shrine this seed, just like the last one. Well, the last one I saw. It's kind of funny. Len won that race, and the only reason he really won it is because he couldn't afford a max cost bottle, so he just went to ice.
Nice.
Others who could afford it started falling for traps left and right. Pirates don't appear to be giving either of our players on the left much trouble.
Nope. Minochi down it too.
Yeah, they do hit decently, and his group does not have the greatest absorb aside from that Red Mage. Nice little lightsaber shot there on my screen, with that sun sword out.
Yep.
So, File's using a house at the junction, but it's pretty much a good junction point between Dwarf Cave and Elflin. Checking Dwarf first, and if it turns out to be garbage, well, finding a flame sword.
He's opting not for it.
He's got the sun sword, so he doesn't strictly need it. He only has one sword using character.
Yeah, if he had a fighter, then it would be good, because then he could have 2 solid damage. So it looks
like Brilliant does.
Yeah, Marsh Cave is required this seed.
What a shame. It's good for us.
Yes, we get to watch them suffer. This is like Artea would love this because he always goes to Marsh anyways.
I saw Fire 2 in the level 3 Black Shop. Harm level 2, and that is really not that useful.
And
Heal 3 is level 7.
But pretty cheap.
Yeah, still there's a chance it's going to be absolutely useless. And checking the level 4 White Magic Shop. Just life, but it's level 1. Unfortunately, the Red Mage can't use it. So it's either in the Harm or Ruse slot. Level 1 Break and Zap. That would have been handy against the Pirates.
So, Edge making a comment in chat. There's the Flame Sword. Edge and I did a scavenger hunt race a while back, and Flame Sword was on our list of items that we needed to have when we killed Chaos. And it ended up being in the Mossbean chest.
So the gold bracelet is in Elfland, and it is a smidge high, but within the realm of possibility after Marsh Cave.
If there's a good gold chest in there, they can probably just buy it outright.
Yeah, or something like the Dragon Armor or the Aegis Shield.
Yep.
So now Minochi is about to check the dwarves and decide whether or not to keep his flame shield. Level 1 Fire 2 and Ice 3, so very good AoE on the black magic side.
Yeah, Ice 3 is going to help them level up real quick, just to pick up some levels if they dive into the Marsh Cave.
The risk here is that we're seeing a lot of level 1 options so far, and Brilliant only has the 1 mage.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gonna run into 3 spell slot syndrome very quick.
Yeah.
Files is in Marsh, checking the north side first, and Black Belt is dead.
And the nice thing is he can just check this, and if it's not TNT is not there, he can just kind of reset out.
Mm-hmm. Maya finding the flame and deciding to nope out and head to Elfland.
Wolves have trance. Ouch.
Ooh, these arachnids and that muck are tearing files up.
Ooh. But he got away. Luckily, he bought a whole bunch of potions.
Yep, it's still gonna be a little tricky though, and there's a big gold chest, and that may well be enough to vault files into the gold bracelet district, and another ribbon.
Nice.
I would kill to have these items show up in a normal flag set.
No kidding. Pink Lemon. The final item is in is in the Mossman chest. Well, yeah, we are definitely gonna be here quite a while.
Oh no, files wiped.
Ouch.
And he's he's gonna go back for that ribbon. It looks like.
Probably the ribbon and probably the money.
Oh yeah, definitely. But running into some pretty bad encounters.
Yeah.
We saw Thunder Ogres, and that is absolutely terrible. Strap in. We're gonna be here a while.
Oof. Yeah, File's definitely getting the gold chest. It's a lot of gold.
And it makes sense. It would allow him to lock up that gold bracelet early. He wouldn't have to rely on trying to find it as a drop also. Each of the bracelets in the game, including the opal, are available in 1 chest each. which is randomized throughout the map, but also all of the bracelets except for the opal could be bought in shops. That is probably the preferred avenue, but no one's going to look a gift bracelet in the mouth if it pops up early. So, Brilliant grabbing her boatload of money. And that ribbon. Slapping it on the red mage and burning warp charges. That is a smart way to go, especially with all those houses.
Yep. Looks like Minochi's gonna find the gold and the ribbon.
Oof. Those ogres are painful. Just one-shotted the black belt with physicals over on Maya's stream. So this goal kind of complicates the way you would normally think to run this. With a tough marsh cave like this, if you find the TNT pretty early, you might just think, okay, I'm done with this, I'm gonna warp out or walk it out. But you're also risking the chance that the opal bracelet's even deeper in there and you're gonna miss out on it.
Yeah. Although, with the way it's looking, I would probably nope out, knowing my strategies the way I play. Oh man, what if the TNT is in this vanilla chest or in this chest
Yep.
here?
And unfortunately, they do not have a decent AoE cable. And
Oh,
there's
and is that might work?
And ice and fire are both pretty much useless in one shot of the feet. And did manage to get the 3 and 256 on one of the wizards. I saw Exiled the 4th Dimension flash briefly. Problem is, everyone is dead. And Brilliant ain't faring much better with both the fighter crown the
So, fighting the crowd, what would you do? Would you rush TNT or would you nope out?
So, having enough warp spells to get completely out, doing what they can. And unfortunately, with that red mage being locked out of life, gonna have to consider hoofing it back to Elflin to revive the heavy hitters, or try to two-person Astos. Oh, Grey Ogre's got Zap!
Oh! Well, it looks like Brilliant is headed to Astos to try to kill him with the 2 people he's got.
Ice 3 could do the job, especially with 4 charges of it.
Yeah.
Maya's finally making the way down to the 3rd floor and could either find the TNT someplace no one looked, or is gonna get really salty.
Yeah.
His group is really not good for taking on the wizards.
Yeah.
Looks like Brilliant destroyed Astos with just the 2, so
Well,
can start on that fetch quest.
it looks like he's gonna 2-man it.
I would still be saving every few steps. We've seen how bad those ogres and gray ogres can be.
Yeah.
And they appear in droves in this section. So, looks like, yeah, gonna do some reviving.
This is probably a good idea.
Yeah, and levels aren't gonna matter so much for the black belt or the fighter.
Oh,
Oh hell, we are just hearing that TNT is in Marsh, so Brilliant's gonna have to go back.
oh, that's so rough. Did Files find it or something? There we go.
So
Well,
the crown
course.
is a trap,
Mhm.
potentially.
There is a possibility that, Brilliant might find all 4 of the bracelets in Crown Lock chests.
It is possible, though highly unlikely. Though Brilliant did already buy the gold, so only needs to find 3 of the 4. And interestingly, yeah, Files got the TNT, but didn't get the crown. If that turns out being required to pick up the opal bracelet. Looks like Maya is avoiding the crown chest for the moment.
I would probably avoid the Crown chest. But he'll find, if he goes, I guess it's in the top right corner, he finds the TNT, he'll probably just nope out of here as well. Looks like Mono has got the TNT as well.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be very interesting if it turns out both are required and all of these runners are noping out as soon as they see one.
Oh, one of our devs joining us in chat, Meridian BC. He just did my Groundhog Day race, and I was kind of watching him right now, and he almost finished within the time limit. He just needed 50 more seconds. But he did get a new P, his first sub 2-hour seed, so congratulations to Meridian.
I don't know if I could deal with running under those tight constraints.
It's a challenge, but not so like crazy that it's it's seemingly impossible.
So Brilliant is now gonna head back and get the key, and going to be disappointed when there's no TNT in any Crown Lock chest.
Yes.
Oh, Maya wiping in Marsh.
Oh. So Files and Mono like neck and neck and turn in this TNT. Well, Meridian, we don't know completely if it's going to be a troll or not, but I guess we'll find out.
Yep, our runners have been given the crown and TNT pretty early, but most of them only picked up one or the other. And we don't know if one, both, or neither are going to end up being required. Well, to be fair, one of them's going to be required. We've already checked all the other chests.
So we'll get our first look at the Crown Lock chest here in Elfling.
Well, Files has given us our first look at the Outer Continent, checking the White Magic Shop first.
Maya picking up the TNT again. And he's going to warp his way out.
Smart move.
Yeah, with these flags and the way the gold set, many of the racers will not be very high level when they finish.
Yeah, there were people running around like an hour plus in, still at level 5 in the first race today.
Oh.
You can always grind later if it turns out the fiends are going to be required. And fortunately, you can check every chest outside of TOFR without laying a hit on them.
Opal Shield Troll.
Yep, probably getting a runner's hopes up.
Looks like Files is going to hit Earth Cave, just to check.
Brilliant is checking TOF, gonna hit the right side chests, and probably gonna have a bad day running into those gargoyles guarding them.
Oof. That's a lot
But
of
let
gold.
'em. Hey, that could help with the bottle tax if that turns out to be the play. 2 green ogres in Earth, and that's gonna be trouble if they actually get a turn.
Yeah. We have a house. Mono's gonna, or File's gonna reset out.
So Maya has enough to buy the gold bracelet. It'll almost wipe him out in a money standpoint.
Ooh, white shirt. That could be useful.
Very.
To Endar Cooley, yes, Brilliant is using Terra's sprites.
That's right, the Valkyria Light ROM hack. You can find that on romhacking.net. I made it, as Show said. It does indeed replace all of the characters with female counterparts, and that ain't just the battle sprites. It also includes all the map sprites.
Looks like Minochi is heading to Crescent Lake.
Running into some Peds.
Yep.
They weren't friendly earlier today. Hey, not a problem.
We're about to get a glimpse of what's in Dwarf Cave.
Nothing worth taking out, apparently, as Brilliant is resetting. And
Yeah.
my guess is gonna head to Astos' castle to check those 3 chests before resigning himself to checking the Marsh Cave.
Yeah.
And gonna be really beating himself up once they find out where the TNT actually is.
Yeah. Well, at least he'll have an advantage if they go if it's in the Crown Lock room in like Sea Shrine or something.
Yeah, or past Phantom.
Or past Phantom.
Ooh, Pete's with heat.
Oof. Well,
It doesn't
Mono-
hit for much, but 4 of them add up.
Yeah, and
Especially
she's got
on
those
the
ribbons.
ones with ribbons.
Yeah.
And those wolves with stun touch and lit too, that is not good at all.
No. So far, pretty brutal this early game. Although there were some good level 1 spells. But unfortunately for Brilliant, he only has 1 mage.
And that one mage cannot learn life. Gonna have to hope that there's decent access to life too. There's Fade, but it's level 7. The red mage will never be able to use it anyway, because even if it is the booby prize, can't class change.
Wall is level 3. Mono checking the magic shops and getting the canoe. So Files has noped out after not finding anything in the first few chests and
I think we saw either the copper or the silver bracelet in Melman's armor shop, but Maya's too broke to buy it.
Brilliant will not have that problem.
Oh, Thunder Ogres!
Ouch. Maya is doing the same thing that Files did. He's checking Earth Cave. And will probably veritably disappointed in what's in there. Although, if there was any gold chests, he might keep that.
Yeah, and it is a decent percentage play would have an access to warp. So Brilliant's gonna give us a look at what's in the Astos Cave. Silver bracelet, a lot of money, more money. So now he has 2 of the required bracelets.
Yeah, so once he gets out, he'll have that 3rd one that'll be ahead of everybody else.
And those bracelets are not just victory conditions, they're also pretty good armor in their own right. The gold having 24 absorb and silver given 15.
Yeah. If silvers are somewhere, I would definitely buy a few for the party for some survivability. Alright, Mono's in Volcano. Let's see what's there. An opal helmet in the first chest.
Good for some money, and it is a high percentage play. Volcano has a ton of chests, and a bunch of them are clustered together up here in this room we like to call the Armory.
Yep. Pro rings are 18,000.
Hope you don't need them. Life 2, level 6. It's a crapshoot on whether the white mage can use it, though, because it could be in that exit slot.
Yeah.
Silver helmet and a murderous amount of gold.
Looks like Maya's noping out after the first floor of the cave. He's probably going to head over to Crescent Lake as well.
Ooh, Tiger's Head Blizzard.
Oh.
That's some Arctic tigers right there, giving Maya a rough time. And Brilliant is back in the Marsh Cave.
Looks like he's figured out that he's got to go. He might check the the crown lock chest, the key room first. We'll see what happens.
That's a distinct possibility, but again, gonna be kicking himself once they find out where the TNT is.
Yeah. But who knows? He might find something. Oh,
and seems to have an inkling. Going to check that far top right chest first. And there's the TNT, and I bet you Brilliant's chat is filling up full of rage emotes, possibly flip thises.
Oh, it looks like Minochi's stream is stuck. Oh, nope. Looks like he's heading down to the 4th floor. Gonna go check those chests.
This is a pretty decent place since he has warp.
Yeah. Well, even then, if there's nothing in there, he could just reset out.
Yeah, that too. All depends on what's found. So in this flag set, nothing is incentivized. There's not going to be anything hiding in the ordeals or ice guarded chests. The opal bracelet couldn't be there anyways, but it is a true free-for-all, and we're getting a swap up. The upper right is getting changed over to Salty Fry.
So far, Mono not finding anything in these chests. Got a wooden shield. Oh, looks like Salty Fries and Ordeals. We'll get to see what's in these Ordeals chests.
Yep, could be a very interesting play.
Which I'm surprised that Files is not doing. It's over to Ordeals.
Finding a silver knife, the lying axe, and a whole bunch of money.
And a lot of money.
Yeah, there's nothing great about that axe.
Nope.
So, finding enough to just say, yeah, nope.
Yeah. Minochi found dragon armor, which will be completely useless.
Eh, it's more money. That looming max price bottle is in the back of everyone's minds as a possibility.
Yeah.
So Maya finding life too, but can't afford to buy it, and we don't know whether or not he could even get it. Saber's at level 4, but that's not really going to be helpful.
So Mono's at the red dragon chest. We'll see if there's anything in there.
Maya's got the canoe now.
He'll probably head over to Volcano.
Ooh, that lava worm wrecking the thief.
Oof.
File's finding a ton of money and not much else so far in the armory. Couple heal potions, opal armor, which could be sold. Probably had his heart skipping a beat though, seeing that opal.
Did Mono find something? Because he's warping out.
I'm not sure. Got plenty of warp charges though, with both the red and black mages having it.
Yeah. Well, looks like he's diving in again.
He might be checking the rest of that upper floor.
Yeah.
It's a bit out of the way, and you do have the 2 fire-guarded chests, one of which is mandatory fighting.
Oop, looks like Salty Fry's heading to Ice Cave.
It was the play earlier. Ooh, glare. That is not good.
Especially because you can run into packs of like 7 or 8 Karibes here.
Yep.
Looks like he gets another pack of 6.
You have 2 ribbons, but you have no access to the life spell to bring back the 3rd character.
Yeah.
You also have no access to life 2, because that red mage is not going to be able to use pretty much any of the level 6 white magic.
Yeah. Files getting teased by the opal helmet.
Heart skipping a beat again. And Minochi headed over to that mandatory firefight if he wants to grab that chest, and there's 2 of them. But just gonna...
They hit hard,
Yep.
121.
Looks like they have a decent amount of magic defense, but fortunately the red mage got his hit in. Unfortunately, they have a ton of hit points.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the enemy percentage is up to 400%, so they can be pretty beefy.
Yeah, several hundred hit points in the case of the fires.
Ooh, he finds a copper bracelet, so Mono now only needs the opal and he'll be done.
Yep. And the good thing is he has all the shop available ones, so he doesn't have to check armor shops anymore.
Yeah.
Salty running into wizards. Still doesn't really have a good AoE way to deal with them, and they still hit for a ton of damage. But it don't look like they have much hit points.
Yeah, if they can get taken out with an Ice 3 spell, pretty low hit points. Oh, Mono finding the defense sword. Not extremely helpful in this seed, but it could be.
The dream is still alive. We could end up with a TOFR required seed, in which case that defense sword is going to come in extremely handy.
Yeah, but they do, well, Brilliant has the white shirt, because he checked the crown lock chest.
Images with sleep touch, more of an annoyance than anything.
Yeah, well, they're not doing much damage, which is good.
However, it does break your turn, so if you get put to sleep before you can attempt to run, you lose your run chance. And then something else hit it with stun touch. Salty Fry has warp, so can check the quote incentive chest and the other two in one go and without having triggered a mage fight.
That is true. Ooh, the black shirt.
Black shirt. And a decent bit of money.
Well, black shirt will definitely come in handy when he goes into the volcano, if he decides to up that direction.
Absolutely. Still got all the other chests to check, but does not have to do the double run through. And now we're running into two Frost Dragons. Maya running into a mess of Paralisk, which are thankfully nowhere near as threatening as they are in vanilla. Here come the mages, but they look content just to hit with their weapons. Maya's about to have his heart skip a beat in the armory when he sees Opal.
Oh, we have the floater in Ice Cave.
And that is going to open up the map immensely.
Yeah. Salty Fry will be able to check a lot of places.
Yep, can check the Zardia Isles, can check the Titan's Cave,
Yep.
Can get the rod to check the lower levels of Earth if he really feels like it. So Maya's gonna warp, and looks like he's gonna go for a deep dive.
Looks like Mono's heading out. Probably gonna go head to Ice Cave. And Salty Fry won't have to walk anymore, so he can just fly straight to the volcano as well.
This could prove to be a very huge advantage. Then again, it could be a trap. We just don't know.
Yeah. Because for all we know, the Opal could be in the Crown Lock chests in Marsh. And no one has checked.
Or the second or third floors of Earth.
Yeah. I think Files did floor 2. I don't know if he did floor 3.
Grey Ogres are extremely unkind, as Files running into the Red Dragon, and not much there.
Looks like
Oh yeah. Yeah, but he only has so many warp charges. That other mage of his is dead. And I think it was a white mage anyway, so couldn't really help there.
Minochi at Ice Cave.
From what we're seeing, the chances are high this may be the call.
So Salty Fry first with the floater, and looks like he'll should be able to get out.
Yep. If it turns out that opal bracelet is in one of the freebie chests, he's in the catbird seat if he could just get out of here.
Yeah. Sometimes though, the Ice Cave, very unkind.
It's one of the hardest dungeons in the game for a reason. Even randomized the stuff is brutal. So what if you took away Sorcerer, Death Touch, or White Dragon blizzards? You might end up facing, say, Frost Wolves with Nuke.
Yeah. Or like the Undead pack with like Thunder or Zap.
Or even Trance to annoy the hell out of you.
Yeah, Wizards with Trance, oh my gosh.
And any litany of enemies with Stone Touch, which is just as annoying as Sorcerer Death Touch. Like being dead, you can't cure stone in battle, so... Oh, Minochi running into a Frost Giant, which is unrunnable under any circumstance.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the Fire 3. Well, he's casting Ice 3.
I think he wants to save his charges. Fire 3 is level 4, and he doesn't have too many. Just 3. Salty is back out on the open sea. Looks like he's gonna go get his airship.
Which would be nice, because we'll get to see the rest of the world.
And this opens up a ton. You have the freebie chests in Zardi Isles. You have the near freebie chests in Titan's Cave. If you go and pick up that Oxyale with the money you no doubt have by now, Sea Shrine is open to you. It's a little risky of a play, but there is a lot of loot in there.
Yes, there's tons of loot. And in this flag set, I would definitely check the mermaid side first. Just because there's more chests that way.
Absolutely. There are a ton of chests, and you only have to deal with the one floor of encounters en route.
Yeah.
Of course, the risk is if you don't have the key, there is that one chest.
And so far as all I know, Brilliant has the crown.
Maya running into unrunnable Cerebus and Wiz Ogre, so gonna have to work his way through those.
And File's heading into the Ice Cave now. Alright, we're gonna see. Where is Salty Fry heading first? Oh, it looks like he's gonna buy the bottle.
That does make sense. That opens up a whole nother dungeon for you. Plus, while you're around there, you could go and check the waterfall for the 6 chests there. At this point, you're playing numbers since you don't know if you have to defeat any of the bosses yet.
Yeah. But I think it's a good play. I mean, most of the chests are going to be at this point for Salty Fry. Lit 2 looks like was available. Cure 2 was level 2.
Regular cure, actually. Checking armor shops. I didn't get to see what was there, but apparently it wasn't enough to pique his interest. He's going to check the level 8 shops now, which most runners don't do.
Exit
There's level 3 exit.
And level 1 Invis 2.
Yeah, that is a very nice spell set.
Yep. And Minochi picking up the floater. Nuke is level 6.
But Lit 3 is level 2, and that's going to be real handy for a Sea Shrine dive.
Yes.
And copper bracelets were in Gaia. Had a little stream skip, so it was hard to tell, but if you ain't picked it up in the volcano, you can buy them there. So, Salty is headed over to the Zardi Isles to check those, it looks like. As soon as he could find them.
Ice armor.
And that's going to be great for the fighter. That is the best armor he can equip with no class change.
That and flame armor.
And that's pretty much going to make him a good tank with that HP.
He finds a useless cloth.
And this is interesting. Fry has the capability to either warp or exit, but I'm not sure he was able to take Lit 3 because that spell level may be full on that red mage already.
Yeah. So 13 gold chest, cabin.
And that's a note out as he's going to check the last tile. Minochi on his way out. Salty finding a nice sword and a heal staff. Adamant, which is useless unless you need to move heal potions over a slot.
And Cardia Island's pretty useless.
Except for that ice armor.
Yeah. And the ice sword would be pretty good too. Since he does have a fighter. Or but with some sort of available or something.
Yep.
No, he could give the sun sword, the ice sword to the red mage.
And that would be very handy indeed. No need to really check the armor slot. Armor shop, rather. Not checking the spell shops either, which is interesting, considering there's room in those level 3 and 4 slots. You didn't check Titan's Tunnel, and this could turn around to bite him.
Looks like Mono's heading into Titan's Tunnel right now.
We're about to see just how risky that omission was.
Thor hammer, heal helmet, soft, gold bracelet.
I would have bet he would have loved to have that Thor hammer. He really has no way to speedily clear that Solagan party mix if he runs into that.
Yeah. Mono might go to Earthgate. Well, I guess not.
So Salty is skipping the chests on this go and just gonna check mermaids first and backtrack if need be by the look of it.
Well, that's what I would probably do.
And there's the unrunnable. Does have the black shirt. That and Ice 3 may do the job. Oh, he did get Lit 3.
Oh, there we go. That'll take care of everything.
Absolutely, and then he can just exit out. He has no fear of burning charges of this. So that Titan's Tunnel mission is turning out to be a non-factor for Salty.
Oh, Bane sword.
Yeah, useful for the memes. And it can clear some stuff out. Couple of houses. How dare you steal the mermaids' homes?
Yeah, giant sword. Just as useless as the great axe.
Ice shield, which is very handy. You would have probably preferred to see the flame shield pop up. That makes a great pair with the ice armor, but for just sheer absorb value, that is pretty good.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna check the wraparound where the slab lies in vanilla. 3 chests there, let's see if there's pay dirt.
Oh, the slab is there.
Vanilla slab!
Yeah, he's gonna save. Because that'll open up the Sky Castle, which it could potentially be there as well.
Yeah, Mirage Tower specifically, and that does have a lot of chests.
Looks like Salty's gonna go get the cube.
That makes sense. If he has to go to Mirage, he may as well make it one go by getting the cube as well.
And looks like Mono is heading to the Sea Shrine. Ooh, Gator's hitting really hard.
Those gators usually ain't nice anyway, but with these amped stats, they are a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something to consider, Medrise. The crown and the slab have both been in their vanilla positions. Of course, this means we're probably gonna have to flog the devs. Maya finding his floater. It did move a few chests away, but it's still in the same cave, so we're just gonna say pseudo vanilla.
So where is the opal bracelet in vanilla? I don't think I've ever known where it is.
Well, it ain't vanilla. We've already cleared mermaids and 5 ghosts. This could turn bad in a hurry.
Ooh. Well, it doesn't look like they have too many hit points. 120 something.
Hitting pretty decent, though. Knocking that black mage for about half its HP.
And File's gonna be disappointed in the Titan's Tunnel.
Ooh, Salty lost his red mage, which
Oh,
means he
no.
has no exit, no warp.
Oh,
And he's gonna
resetting.
reset. Otherwise, he would have had to walk it out, and as nasty as that encounter was.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone is gonna go to Earth Cave and see what's in the bottom few floors.
At this point, it could all be won by a gamble.
Yep.
We already know where all our other bracelets are.
Files checking the Cardia Islands. Gonna be thoroughly disappointed.
Especially with his group.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those nightmares hit like fighters.
Ooh.
4 hits for 265? Yeah,
Oh.
good night. And those nightmares have pretty high agility, so they're hard to get away from. Looks like Minochi is going to check the rest of floor 4 of Sea Shrine first. Salty getting away from the undead party mix and checking the 6-pack. Getting his cube.
Oh, nothing in those chests.
Fortunately, he can get out.
And water's pretty beefy. Taking like an Ice 3 and a black shirt.
Good thing Ice 3 is such a low spell level.
Yeah.
So I didn't see. It didn't look like he was able to. Minochi was able to get into reverse C. So that chest could be haunting him for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no key.
Looks like he's gonna check crack inside.
And that is a pretty smart call. You're gonna be running into the same mobs pretty much. There are a few trap tiles, but you can run from all of them if you play your cards right.
Yep.
And you don't have to go all the way to Kraken. You could pretty much stop at 2F right beforehand.
Yeah.
And looks like Salty is going to go get his chime.
So Mono has a slab, and you can do crack inside first, and he'll probably end up going to Sky Castle.
File's picking up his lit 3.
So we're an hour in, and no one has done yet.
This is going to be a very good flat seed for anyone looking to make up chaos points, because the longer it takes for first place to finish, there's the Ruby. Useless. But the longer it takes for first place to finish, that means the slower the chaos point accumulates back up.
Yep.
Looks like Salty's already out of Lefane.
And a 4-pack of Zombles.
Yep, but he's got something for that, and it's called Harm 4.
Yep. Not too many hit points. That'll be some good experience for him to give him some survivability.
So, Black Magic Shop, Fast Temper, and Quad Axe. None of which are really useful, and there's Cure 4 at level 4. Cure 3 at level 7, not that useful.
Fast being level 8, that's so funny.
That is going to be terrible. Minochi's checking this 3-pack and running into the Sawagan party mix. The red mage is dead. And Salty is checking Mirage. And he also has the cube, so he could go all the way and check Sky. As long as that red mage stays alive, he can exit out of the moment's notice if he has to.
Yep.
Those vampires are beefy. I saw a 312 and then a reset.
So far, nothing on this Kraken floor. Kraken side.
And File's getting wrecked by a water elemental by the look of it.
8 gold, Glod, Pure, Glod.
And you've already bought your gold bracelets, you've already bought your bottle, so really at this point gold is useless.
Yeah. Looks like he's just gonna beeline it to 4-2.
And there are 10 chests there to check.
Looks like Mono's warping out. Did he find something he wanted? Oh, and there it is.
Oh, nice. Salty finishing 104.31. GG.
GG's to Salty Fry.
Mirage was the play, which means Sea Shrine was the play with that vanilla slab.
Yep, so required Sea Shrine.
What a world.
What a world. Yeah.
So at the time it took, these other runners are probably wondering what happened.
So Salty Fry finishes with official SRL time of 104.31.
And that is gonna put the cutoff before you can't get rid of your chaos point anymore at 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 2 seconds.
So runners with plenty of time to at least bring their scores down.
Poor Maya getting slogged in all these unrunnables.
Ouch. Looks like Minochi's gonna go get the cube.
And we have Salty Fry joining us, GG.
Thank you.
That Mirage play.
Yeah, well, as soon as I got that slab up in Sea Shrine there, I figured I might as well. Like, I wanted to keep kind of pushing forward because I saw no one else had done, so I figured there's no point in going back and checking stuff like Volcano or Earth or stuff like that, because if it was there, someone else would probably have been done, so I figured go forward, there's a better chance it's there, and sure enough, it paid off big.
So why not Kraken side?
Basically just because of what I said. As soon as I got that slab, I was thinking, get out of here and head there. And at the same time, there's a lot more unrunnables in Sea Shrine than there is, at least in Mirage Tower. Maybe once I got up and had to deal with the Eye and the Blue Dragon, I would have been a little more iffy, but I didn't have to, so I was lucky.
Yeah, well, you definitely made the right plays and the right calls. So, anything thoughts about this seed?
It was alright, I guess. I don't know. There wasn't anything too horrible. There was a few things, I guess. The ogres with thunder was a little iffy. That gave me some issues early on, just getting around. And there wasn't any real great spots just to keep saving and just going from either. All the start points seemed to be, or all the fights seemed to be pretty early on, so there was no point in really doing that. You just kind of had to take what they gave you, which was kind of iffy as well.
So, did you get the crown up? I didn't see because we came up a little bit later.
No, I never got the crown. Where was that?
Crown
Vanilla.
Vanilla chest.
Oh, really? I just skipped that. As soon as I got the TNT, I was out of there. I didn't bother with the wizards.
Yeah, Brilliant picked up the... he picked up the crown.
But not the TNT right away. Sukiya? Opal Bracelet was in Mirage Tower Floor 2. So now we're getting Sforzando up. He's in the Sea Shrine by the look of it. Kraken side.
Kraken side.
And about to be done with that. Looks like Minochi went and got his slab translated.
Yep. And so he's definitely headed to Lefane, and then he's checking Cardia. He didn't check Cardia. So he'll head over to Lefane, and then he'll do the check Sky or Mirage Tower, and then he'll definitely be most likely our second place finisher.
So this is an interesting group composition from Sforzando going with the two red mages.
I might have done that. I did a practice seed with two red mages, and it worked out because the spell selection was really good, but I'm surprised no one has gone with two thieves.
Yeah, two red mages is probably alright in this one, because there's a lot of decent spells at level 1, 2, and 3 from them to learn.
Yeah, like Zap, Ice 3 was level 1.
Yeah, Lit 3 level 2, and Warp and Exit were both learnable.
So Sforzando taking a completely unnecessary trip, as we're learning after the fact, to the waterfall cave.
Yeah, those nightmares in there are pretty nasty too.
Yeah, they hit really hard.
They were hitting as hard as Hasted Fighters.
If they just wouldn't hit my red mage, it would have been fine. I just wanted a way out of there.
Yeah, you had only one source of warp and exit, so that was kind of an Achilles heel there. Maya's about to find his slab. Minochi in with Fane, so next stop is going to be Mirage. So it looks like Minochi is going to be pretty low on chaos points by the time he hits the done on this.
Yeah.
The good thing about it being so late like this is it does help crunch together the field a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big difference from when it's like 30 minutes in and then you start getting half the chaos point just 15 minutes after that. This way at least you got 30, 35 minutes before that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like earlier, like the first race today, that one was like 40 minutes.
Ugh.
And you figure at this point in time, people have a lot less stuff to check as well, so it's more likely they'll get there sooner rather than later at this point in time. Where if the first place finisher finishes 40 minutes, you could still be another hour at that point in time, where it's a little less likely at this point in time, you figure.
So Maya's got his slab. And he's gonna... Yep, taking that completely useless trip. It's Forzando getting his slab translated, and Minochi is only a floor away.
Oh. Looks like Sforzando's heading to ordeals.
Ugh, it's the wrong play. It's a decent play, especially with access to warp, but... I don't know, it just seems sad to see people making the obviously wrong choice, and you know they can't tell.
Yeah. But he figured that, he picked up the cube, he picked up the slab and got translated. Why not just head to Sky Castle? I would definitely do that first because obviously, ordeal is out of the way when you have the airship. So the play would be to go to Sky first.
And Minochi found his opal bracelet and got done. 112.22.
GG's to Mono.
And he will be joining us for an interview when he gets a moment. Speaking of the devil.
Mono. Nope.
Could be sorting his mic.
Files heading to get the cube, which, as we know, is completely unnecessary.
Alright, so it appears that Minochi is having sound issues. May have to reconnect to us. And Discord's been doing that a lot today, actually. earlier, Bismarck was falling off audio-wise and couldn't hear me and kept having to relog.
Sorry, we'll get him in here shortly.
6 hits for 249 from that nightmare.
Ugh, brutal.
Seriously, that's player character level damage. And can you hear us now, Minochi?
Hello.
Well, we'll get him sooner or later.
Yep. So File's picking up the rod. Is he gonna go to Earth? So he
It's
definitely
the
had some
wrong
divergence.
option.
Yeah.
It's the wrong option, but it's certainly possible.
Oh yeah, he's heading to Earth. Well, he didn't get the slab translated yet either, so but he does have the cube. So Sforzando figuring out that the ordeals was a gigantic waste.
And Sforzando getting the rod.
So he might do Earth as well.
These questionable routing decisions are hilarious to see.
Any luck, Mono?
I guess not.
Sforzando heading to Earth. Well, let's see if Maya ends up not going to Earth.
Yep.
Oh, well, Mono is joining us in chat, so if you have any questions. So, Mono, you didn't sell the opal bracelet. Why didn't you do that? You could have bought heal potions.
Alright, looks like Edge is gonna load us up another streamer. Be sure to thank him for the hard work tonight, tracking and handling the restream, rotating people in as needed. We're getting Will Bloodworth now, who had like a 23-minute second place finish earlier today. By that I mean he was like 23 minutes behind.
Salty did not go to Volcano. He did Sea Shrine and Mirage Tower. That was it.
First of all, I went to Ordeals. That was nothing. Then I went to Ice Cave, got the floater there. And then after that, I went to Sea Shrine after doing the Cardia Isles. And then, well, I didn't even really do Sea Shrine. I just went up to the Mermaid area. And that was pretty much all I did there. And then as soon as I got the slab, I went to Waterfall and then straight to Mirage Tower.
Interesting. Will Bloodworth not running with two thieves. But he probably has the slab. Yep. Looks like he has the... We're gonna go get the cube, so he'll probably... We'll see if he goes to Earth.
Or Ordeals. I'm half expecting one of these runners to end up in some place in FF2 or FF3, everyone avoiding the right solution.
So, it looks like Maya's getting his slab translated. So, we'll see if Maya heads to Sky Castle.
Ooh, those Zap Grey Ogres are still not fun.
Looks like Maya is getting... he's looking... Okay,
he was teasing us. Don't go to Ordeals. Please don't go to Ordeals.
Oh no! 301 from the Nightmare.
Oh my god.
Yes, Madrice, maybe, who knows, they might come back and get the crown. Man, those nightmares, brutal.
As to who hid the bracelet, I'm thinking the bad man may have got it.
It's true.
Oh, that troll seeing Opal, but it ain't the Opal he wanted.
Man. Files might start flipping tables here before we're done.
You know Files. He only wins the ones he don't play in. Actually, tonight I feel like the real winner.
You could potentially be the real winner today.
So Maya...
Oh, go ahead.
Maya was checking magic shops, and now he's gonna get his chime.
Let's see where he heads to.
Everything in the game has been pointing him to Mirage. So, he'll probably go to Earth like everyone else.
Although if he figured it was an Earth, well, Artea's not in this race, but if it was, then Artea would have done a long time ago.
And there's some steak and wings, and he's running away from that.
And Maya heading to Mirage. Looks like we'll have our third finisher.
Yep, and at a pretty respectable margin. So we're gonna end up with between 0.3 and 0.4 of a chaos point at this rate. Just depends on encounter luck.
So Will doing his second time through the waterfall cave. Hopefully he'll be able to get away.
Ooh, Files is thief, by the look of it, is stoned.
Stay away from those drugs, kids.
Drugs are bad, okay? I'm one to talk.
I wonder if Will, now that he has the slab and the cube, is he gonna go to Sky Castle? Oh, there's some beefy vampires. Oh man, and they hit hard.
That's some World of Darkness vampires right there.
Yeah. Well, at least Maya only has to go to the second floor.
Yep, he is so close if he could just survive.
File's about to discover that this part of Earth Cave, not useful.
Not in the least. Where is Maya going?
Who knows? I think he may have had a little bit too much of the good stuff tonight.
Oh, that is true.
Bourbon percent.
Swarzanda is about to find out that the Earth Cave is a completely useless play. Will is headed to Ordeals.
So is so is Files.
Oh my god. The seed is telling you with that vanilla slab.
Man.
And Mia finds his opal bracelet, but he's got to get them all on the same character. And there's his dot done.
Yep. So he's done official time 1:24:40. Looks like he'll be joining us in the commentary room shortly. And Sforzando checking Marsh.
Oh my god!
If he gets the crown, and he goes checking crown quests,
that crown's just gonna lead him on a wild goose chase at this point.
man, all these runners are gonna be so mad.
Yeah, literally the seed is telling them, go to Mirage.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are probably thinking that they missed something, so they're checking things, not going forward.
That is certainly possible. I'd have been headed to Mirage straight away, seeing that early bottle, so I'd know to go to C.
Oh, I guess Sortsundo already has the crown, because he's checking the crown lock chest.
Yep, checking those chests that no one ever checks. And he's gonna have good reason to never check them.
And it'll just reinforce why we don't check those chests.
Until the one time it actually turns out to be the right call.
Yeah. And those races will be like 3 hours long anyways.
Unless Artea signs up, then I'll somehow complete it in like 30 minutes.
This is true.
But hey, them's the risks.
Yep.
GG Maya.
GG Maya.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Well,
We
yeah,
can
there
now.
you are.
So, that was fun.
Aside from Salty and Minochi, you were about the only one who figured out what the seed was trying to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I noted that the bottle was in Provoca when we went by the first time, and the second that I found Floater in Ice Cave, I went back there because I knew there were a lot of chests hanging out there, which led me to Slab, which then pointed me in the direction of Mirage. But I felt like I had a really poor seed, and so I went to do the volcano, or I went to do the waterfall first because I thought for sure that it was up in Sky Castle and not Mirage, but apparently not.
But at least you went in the right direction. And Will
Yeah.
checking Volcano.
A lot of these runners got the slab, got the cube. Sforzando went as far to even translate it. Then he went everywhere but Mirage. He's still going.
Really? I'll have to ask him why he did that, because there's so many chests in Mirage and Sky Castle.
It looks like he's headed there now. Because he
And
did
he's-
check ordeals, and he checked the bottom key-locked marsh cave. Stuff.
Ugh.
Seriously, Mirage is almost free as long as you can run from stuff.
This seed had a lot of angry components though in it.
Yes. Files. This is true. But this is his play. He loves going to ordeals.
Like Will Bloodworth is playing with these fires here. He's not going to have a good day with these.
No.
Yeah, those fires are as tough as a low-tier fiend. On the other hand, Sforzando is finding paper zombies, at least.
Yes.
Salty, what party did you run?
I ran with a fighter, a thief, and a red mage, and a dead black belt.
Your red mage was doing work then.
It did some. Mine didn't really kill a whole lot of stuff. Mainly it was my fighter just tanking everything that did most of the work for me.
No,
Just
what
kinda
did you use, Show?
Oh, I didn't race. I was just commentating.
Oh.
Yeah, I was smart. I sat out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Minochi's
me and-
not here.
Me and Sho won this race.
Yes, we did. Salty did literally the perfect route. He he did ordeals, and then he went to ice, picked up the floater, headed to Sea Shrine where he got the slab, picked up the cube, and then he went to Sky Castle and avoided Earth and Volcano.
Wow, that's beautiful. GG.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, after doing ordeals, I kind of felt like I was behind because there was a whole lot of nothing in there. So I went to ice, got the floater. I had no interest in going back to Volcano at that point in time because I figured if it was there, someone else would be dot dunning sometime soon. And the longer that it went without seeing the dot done, I was more sure that not going to Volcano was definitely the right play.
Yeah, and that ended up being absolutely right. I did go to Volcano, and did not find a whole lot there except multiple deaths, and many warps back out. I had a red mage and a black mage, so I had 8 or 9 casts of warp, and so I could get myself out of any dungeon, which was useful a couple of times.
Yeah, that early warp and having 2 black magic casters proved to be very helpful with some of the early dungeons.
Well, it looks like Sforzando has finally headed into the Sky Castle Mirage Tower after checking everything.
He's going to be salty. Here he comes.
Yeah, because he had the slab and cube probably like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago.
1 floor to go.
And Tristal and Will both in Earth Cave.
Womp womp.
Yeah, they're going to be hugely disappointed.
Yeah, I felt like the seed pointed me pretty strongly to Volcano because of Ice 3 and level 1. So I felt like that was the safest place to go. Is that kind of what everybody else did too?
Yeah, a lot of people went to Volcano first. Files did check like the first couple floors of Earth before he went over to Crescent Lake. I think Brilliant was the first person to get the crown, but he missed the TNT. So it looks like Sforzando has finished up.
Yeah, got done with a time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, 23 seconds.
So GG's to Sforzando.
And we'll see if we can get him in for an interview after he's done throwing tables around.
Yeah.
Because I would be if I'd had those items and went as far as translating and then, yeah, let's go to the completely wrong place.
Of course, they don't know that, so we'll see what happens. Let's hope we can get him in here.
Yeah, commentator's insight.
Oh, looks like Sforzando will not be joining us.
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, agreed.
But GG anyway, at least he finished.
Absolutely. Looks like Files is getting his chime so he can enter the Sky Castle, and maybe he'll go there, maybe he'll go somewhere else. This has definitely been the interesting routing choices. See.
Was anybody able to open the wizard chest after I died horribly to wizards?
Brilliant opened it early, and it turned out to be a vanilla crown.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, which led him to check everything, and he had to go back and then get the TNT.
Yeah, because saw that crown and noped.
Yeah, he didn't check the top right corner.
Oh no.
So he had to go back. He would have had advantage if TNT was in one of those crown lock rooms, but obviously...
So Tristal is trying to beat his way through that vampire that seems to be as swole as Big John, if you've ever seen him.
Well, he got through with 1 red mage.
And he's going to be so disappointed. So Green Cleric is gonna get that slab translated now. He's there with the green menus.
Living up to his name.
Yep, those colored menus are nice. I personally prefer the dark pink, light purplish one.
Alright, Files in Sky Castle. Mirage Tower.
Yep, and 1 floor away from a very salty finish.
I got super excited seeing the copper bracelet in Volcano, because then I was like, oh my goodness, that could be done at any moment.
Yeah.
Little did I know.
3 weeks later. Oh, Will forgot to translate the slab.
Oh, no. Well.
He's gonna be raging at the end.
His poor furniture.
Yes, he has
the
some
way
really nice furniture too, by the way. I've been to his.
The way he's been lately after a couple of these races, I worry.
I think
really
Will is a glutton for punishment, because he keeps coming back after like all these terrible things. Oh, and Files is done. He's got to put everything in place.
I got so excited when I found the opal bracelet, I had to check it like 3 times to make sure it was actually the correct bracelet.
And finish with a time of 1 hour 36 minutes 3 seconds. Comment. This was stupid. I can't say I disagree.
Agreed. So hopefully Files will come in and join us.
Can't believe I looped myself like an idiot.
Will is salty flying back to the northern end of the world to actually get his chime now that he's got the thing translated.
Well, he'll probably be happy he'll finish ahead of Tristal. GG, Phyllis.
As much as we've been having laughs and watching some of these runners, I can imagine how hard it feels for some of them. GG, Files.
Yeah, GG. Welcome in,
Blarg.
Blarg.
I got the slab, and I was like, all right. I was debating going to Mirage, but then I saw Salty Fry finish. I'm like, all right, maybe it was somewhere low hanging like Earth Cave, but that MFer must have went straight to Ocean and then got in the slab and went straight to Mirage.
That's almost his routing. He did Ordeals, then he did Ice, and then he went to Sea, and then he did what do I call it? Oh.
Nice. GG, Salty Fry, though. GG.
So it's time to joining us.
I had to wash the salt off. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Totally understandable.
Like, how in the hell do you make the jump from finding the slab in sea to Mirage Tower? Like, man, GG Salty. Did you even go to Waterfall Cave? I'm going to assume you did.
Yeah, I did. Basically, as soon as I got the slab, I just exited out and decided I was going to go to Mirage and Sky Castle and just try to get all the treasures out of there since there's so much in there. And I had exit and warp, so I figured I could get around reasonably well. Once I finally got past the nightmares in Waterfall, it wasn't too bad.
Oh my god.
I think I was in...
Yeah, those nightmares were hitting like player characters.
I hope you guys enjoyed the waters too.
Never saw them.
They were pretty beefy.
Yeah, they were hitting for over 300 damage through a silver bracelet.
Yeah.
Ow!
I checked Kraken side because I thought, okay, well, you know, I'll do my diligence, I'll clean out this dungeon, and I think I was either finishing Kraken side or I had just gotten out and I was in like Waterfall Cave when I saw the dot, and so I was like, okay, well, I just found the slab. Like, there's no way it's in Sky, and I doubted it was like a, you know, run down, translate, go get the thing, and it was in Mirage Tower. So I just thought that was too quick. So I was like, okay, maybe it was a double back in Earth Bottom, and I checked Earth Bottom, and I thought, okay, well, maybe he had a bit of an insight. It was in Ordeals or something. I checked Ordeals, nothing. So I was like, well, maybe it was cheeky. Maybe it was in the bottom of Marsh, and it wasn't there either. And by the time I was down to Mirage, I was just mad because that was the obvious choice, and I just decided to forego it.
That was our speculation as well, that you would be pretty tilted by that point. And we were wondering why you were going all these other places, especially after you'd gotten the slab translated.
Well, honestly, I think a really good way to play these seeds, especially if you're fishing for that zero chaos point, is to just go somewhere really deep as fast as you can. Like I get why, like I totally get why Saltifry did what he did, because if it is in Mirage Tower or Sky Castle, like you just win because you went to one weird place and then you kept following the chain.
The other thing was I didn't feel like there was any point in going back to like Volcano or Earth Cave at that point in time, because I figured if it was there, someone else was going to be dunning very soon, and I'd know because of that.
Yeah, that was what led me to see over, I think, some other places.
And Brilliant is on our lower right, and looks like in Marsh.
Yep, looks like he's checking the crown lock rooms that he could have checked earlier, but opted not to. I think a Brilliant was the first person to get the crown. When did you pick up the crown, Swartzando?
I ended up going Marsh before Dwarf Cave, so that was probably pretty quick. I don't remember at what minute mark, but I didn't do Lazy Dwarves, so.
But did you also get the TNT?
Yes, I did do a full sweep.
Okay, that's something that Brilliant missed.
We have a finish. Will is done. 6th place, 141.30.
GG's to Will.
I believe that comment. I will just say that. Let's see if we can get him.
See, I very much enjoyed being a very slow player at this, and so when somebody done, it gave me absolutely no information, and so I just kept on like naively following the progression items as they came to me. And oh look, it's an opal bracelet.
GG's Will.
Jeez, what in the bleeping bleep was that bleep?
So question, because you had the slab and you had the cube, why not go straight to Mirage Tower?
I don't know. I guess the finish time didn't look like anybody sane would have done that.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Sforzando.
Which,
not all of us just like to, rip off our manhood and roll them like freaking dice.
Well, you have to be careful to not out meta yourself in a great group race like this. Like sometimes you just have to stick to your plan and do with your chest permitted and not psych yourself out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my game plan was going to Sea Shrine before anything else anyway. And that's what I did. And then I actually went to Ordeals thinking, why the hell did I go here? If it was here, this would have been over a lot sooner. And I'm like, I'm gonna waste 5 minutes just coming here.
I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, what if everybody else thought that and nobody went to Ordeals?
Yeah, that was my only justification too when I was in there. Like, maybe everybody else passed it. Like, I know that wasn't the case. There's no way.
Also, there were frickin' zombies everywhere in Ordeals. Holy shit!
No doubt. It was ridiculous.
At least the zombies only had a few hit points.
Yeah. Had I bothered to grind, I would have found that out.
Of course, with files, you being in this race, I'm pretty sure everybody went to Ordeals first.
See, I try to go meta, whatever race I'm in, not go to Ordeals.
Oh.
There you go.
Taking it to the next step.
Looks like Tristal is in the Sea Shrine and hit the. Looks like he's gonna check the other side first, so he'll pick up the slab.
Everybody who's here, we all beat Tristal. There's something.
Yeah.
There's something to be happy about, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean squat for points, but I mean, what crown?
It was in its vanilla chest.
Wizard chest.
I was in the wizard chest that I skipped. Oh, good.
Oh yeah,
And it was a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah, Brilliant actually got the crown and skipped the TNT, and then had to go back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible.
There wasn't anything particularly scary in Marsh, right? Outside of the wizards? My memory is bad.
Ambush,
Shadows at
Ice
Ice
2.
Oh, Ice 2, yeah, that was right.
Yeah, that was a treat to get ambushed by left and right.
But I had Warp. Like, I feel like the ideal party... Like, I don't know if you guys talked about party comps, but I feel like the ideal party comp is definitely Black Belt Thief, Red Mage, White Mage.
I do Black Belt Thief, White Mage, Black Mage in the very very distant possibility that we've got a level 5 or 6 warp that's inaccessible by the red mage.
I took RT as party comp. I went double red mage.
I did black, red, and white, and to be completely honest, I really didn't miss a thief. I just sort of blasted through everything.
My thief kind of sucked this round. It didn't really run very effectively, which is rare. Usually the thief saves my butt in every race I'm in, but not today.
Part of the issue is if we didn't have Ice 3 at 1, that might have been troublesome for a mage comp.
It would have been very bad. If there was no solid AoE spell in the early levels, I was fully gearing up for that too.
We had what? Ice 3 at 1, Zap was I think 3.
Yeah, Zap's kind of garbage. I mean, I know a lot of people like Zap, but it's not dependable enough to be something to lean on.
You had Brack
better
at
than
level 2.
nothing.
Yeah, it is.
Brack was at level 2. Harm 4 was also at level 2.
Yeah, Harm 4 was probably the best spell I had. Not counting Ice 3, of course, but yeah, it was the best spell I had. Because everything I ran into was freaking undead.
So we had Brilliant and Tristal in sync for a second there, grabbing the chime at the same time.
Let's see if Tristal goes to Sky Castle. Maybe he'll go somewhere else.
I don't know if
He's
anybody...
been everywhere else at this point.
Okay.
I wasn't showcased, but I Lupa-Lupa'd this race. I felt like such a bonehead.
We did get to see that.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I felt really smart. I think the Lupa-Lupa might have cost me 5th place.
I'm wondering if Green Cleric may be kind of logic faulting a little bit, stopping like that. Got all the way through Earth Cave and didn't find Jack.
Yeah,
now translating the slab.
He might have used the restroom too.
I think I full cleared everything I could have cleared, minus the minus Mirage Tower prior to that point.
Yep, I think I did too. Even Bottom Marsh.
Oh yeah, Bottom Marsh I did immediately. I did Bottom Marsh right after I got what I needed.
Well, no, you never found the crown, so...
I didn't clear Bottom of Marsh. I didn't fit... The only fights I didn't take were the Wizards in Marsh Cave and the one forced firefight in Volcano. And I went back to it trying to kill him.
Oh, fires were ridiculous too.
Black
like
Shirt...
800 hit points.
Black Shirt and Ice 3, and I got wiped at like level 10, 11, 12, whatever my characters were at. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah, those fires were thick.
They were THICC thick.
Definitely.
Looks like Tristal's heading to the second floor Mirage, so he should appear soon.
Here comes the dot done.
And Brilliance in the Volcano.
Oh man.
Wait, so Brilliant went and translated and got his chime.
And went to the volcano.
Why would you do that?
Well, a lot of people did that this race.
A lot of people did that? Like, they translated the slab, got chime, and then decided, you know what? All that time I just spent getting this done.
I
I'll do
translated
something
mine,
else.
but didn't get the chime until the end.
Yeah, definitely. Like people had the slab, they translated it, and then they went everywhere else.
I got that slab, I'm like, there's no frickin' way. There's no way.
That's what I said, because like I think I was on Kraken side when the dot done happened. I'm like, well, I just got the slab, so surely.
Yeah. I thought I wasn't doing that badly.
And Tristal finishes, official time 1:49:05. GG's to him.
Mhm.
Yep, there's all 4 of the bracelets. See if we can get him in for an interview. Starting to run out of runners, getting to the end of this thing, and it is still possible that everyone escapes getting rid of some portion of a chaos point.
Have we had any forfeits?
No forfeits.
No forfeits this race.
And
No
there are
kidding.
still 20 minutes to go, roughly, before you can't reduce your chaos point any.
It's just Brilliant and Green Cleric at this point, isn't it?
Yep.
And it looks like they're both on the right track here, so hope they continue on.
Today I had two, I I had 2 second place finishes. I figured, well, I guess I'm due for a win here now. Nope, 6th. Sorry, Will. Hey,
And
Tristal.
we have Tristal.
Yep. GG's Tristal.
You're on mute. And
He
you're
may
gone.
not be able to hear us. Discord's been wonky all day.
He came in on mute, now he's gone.
Oh, Badman had Blaze.
Bad.
Oh God.
It looks like
There
you're
he
both
is.
gonna come in. This is
Tristal,
actually pretty
can you
respectable
hear us?
finish.
Yeah, I've been able to hear you. All right, so I'm finally not muted.
Cool. GG's.
Well played, Salty.
Thank you.
So because you weren't on stream a whole lot, what was your route, Tristal?
So I actually got the crown at Wizards before I went to the TNT chest.
Oh God. So you pulled a brilliant.
Yeah,
I think my
Brilliant's
TNT
insane.
split was like 42 minutes or something absurd. Like, it was all just bad. Downhill the whole way. And yeah, I went to the final resting place of the Opal Bracelet last out of everywhere I could have possibly gone as well. So, like, I even checked Keylock Marsh just to do it.
Oh, damn.
There was nothing there, by the way.
I only left 2 chests unchecked. It was the wizard chest with the crown and the fire chest in Volcano 2. That's it. Everything else was full cleared.
It looks like we have both Brilliant and Green Cleric heading to the second floor. So, it looks like we'll have everybody finish the stage.
Sounds like Discord's having some weirdness.
I think I'm back
sounded,
now.
everybody sounded like the robot cube guy.
Yeah.
Cool, and Brilliant has finished. And it looks like Green Cleric has finished too, both in the 152, 152.14 for Brilliant and 152 for Green Cleric.
100% completion rate on this race. I thought I'd never see it in round 3.
And everyone finishing in such a time as to clear away part of a chaos point.
Yep.
The cutoff was 209.02, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The worst part is I have a notepad right next to my desk in which I wrote all of the times in which 0.14, which is what my current score is, crosses. And I skipped that because I'm like, nah, I gotta finish. I'm already this far.
That's where I was at too. I'm kind of don't forfeit typically anymore unless there's a really good reason to. I forfeited out of that Groundhog Day race because I chaosed out at 148.33 and you're supposed to reset at 145. So I'm like, yeah, this is the end of my night.
Meridian actually ended up finishing that seed in like 2:31, but he did get a new personal best for the FFR.
That's awesome.
So, because he ended up forfeiting because he finished at 145.50.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he forfeited, but he killed Chaos at 145.50.
Oh god.
So 50 seconds off, but yeah.
Oh wow.
So GG's to everybody. I think this is the first race that everybody has finished and no forfeits.
Mm-hmm. First one in round 3 at least. I think
Round
there
3,
might have been one in round 1, but I'm trying to remember.
And we're not gonna get a comment from Green Cleric. Understandable.
And looks like Brilliant is he a little shaky from not eating, so he's not going to join us either.
Mm-hmm. As a
So-
fellow hypoglycemic, I can relate to that.
I think he said he hoped it would go quick so we could eat.
Yeah, it did not go quick. It
Did
did
not
not go
Such
quickly at all.
luck.
No.
So, well, as we wrap things up here tonight, any final thoughts on this seed, guys?
Why, oh, why would anyone go to the Rush Tower? It's really... No, GG, guys. Everybody who finished ahead.
Yep. So tomorrow is going to be the next league race, Saturday the 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's looking like it's going to be over on Randomania.
Looking forward to another 2nd through 7th place finish.
And there's still 7 more chances for people to erase their chaos point if need be, so no one's truly out of it yet.
I'm going to need every one of them. Don't have that luck this round, I guess.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm hoping Split and Artea skip that one too.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping everybody skips one of these races, so it's just me running. I can get a free point, damn it.
Like, by myself, woo!
Yeah. I get frustrated and forfeit because I get all salty.
It was free and still get through.
All I had to do was not get salty.
Anything Sports Sound or Salty before we wrap things up here?
Nope.
Eloquent as always. Lovely.
Just thanks for restreaming and thanks for commenting, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you to Edgeworth for doing the restream and to Randomania. Make sure you follow like all these runners and follow Terralyn. If you want the sprites, make sure you check that out. She did a great job.
That is Valkyries of Light on romhacking.net. Pretty easy to find.
So,
Nice.
I'm Shofugomachi, and have a good night, everybody.
And I have been Terralyn. Let's say le bon temps relais. Good night, folks.
And I hope everybody doesn't wake up to February 2nd tomorrow as well.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. We need to go.